So there are two basic overlook factors that's stopping you from scaling on Amazon. If you've been trying to increase sales, I've tried so many ways, hired PPC experts, increase spending, improve your product, revamped your listing, the list goes on, and things are not working out and your sales and profits are still stuck, then please check these two factors first. So hi, I'm Louise. I have been managing Amazon stores for 8 years through holistic and efficient ways, and I have scaled Amazon accounts up to 8 figures annually with efficient spending. So let's talk first about click-through rate. You can diagnose so many issues by just checking your click-through rate. So going back to trying so many things, but if you did not address a specific concern, it will still not solve your problem. First, what's a good CTR? It would depend on so many factors, such as if you're in the profit phase or the launch phase, growth phase, or if your product is in their peak or off season, but roughly it shouldn't be below 0.4%. Especially if your product is on the cheaper side, like let's say $15 below. However, if your product is more on the expensive side, let's say $50 above, then it's more understandable. If you're in the launch phase, it's still pretty understandable. However, if you're in your profit phase, let's say 1 year above, and your CTR hasn't budged, then clearly there is something wrong. Another is, this is big, is it off season? Because no matter how you ramp up spend, do more promos, it wouldn't result to more sales because the demand is just not there. Probably more sales, a little bit, but much less profit, not proportional. So another reason would be your rating. You might think that 4.2 is good, but if your competitors are around like 4.5-ish and you don't have a clear edge over them, you'll continue to have a lower click-through rate. There are more reasons that I will go through next time. You need to optimize each journey of your customer. So next is conversion rate. What's good is still the same with the click-through rate, dependent on so many factors, such as the price range, the phase of the business. But ideally, for more affordable products, you should aim for around 20% conversion rate. For more expensive ones, a much lower conversion rate than 20% is understandable. Around 10% is okay, but that will still depend on your overall numbers, but that's just a rough guide. Because even, for example, if your product is $50 and you have a 5% conversion rate, but that conversion rate is working out for you, then that's okay. So going back to the conversion rate, example, if you're bidding on hyper-specific long-tail keywords and you still have a pretty low, super low conversion rate, it's very telling that there's something that needs to be addressed in the list because those keywords are very specific to your product, but it's still not converting because you would expect higher conversion rate on long tail keywords versus like a more general or more broad keyword. So if it's low, you can check this like for exact match, and if it's low, something needs to be fixed. Another is if you're affordable or have a competitive price and your conversion rate is still pretty low, then there's a clear problem. So basically, you can't scale efficiently without addressing these two. Keyword is efficiently. Of course, I know we can still scale with having like lower numbers, but if you want to really maximize each spend, your click-through rate and your conversion rate should be healthy. You could ramp up revenue, but you'll notice the increase in profit is proportionately less and probably not worth after all that effort and spending. So again, make sure to diagnose this first, and you'll notice like very little increase in spend can lead to massive results if you have these two in order. So again, make sure your click-through rate and conversion rate are healthy first before you scale. So I hope this video helped, and see you in my next video.